Alright, so since it's been a couple of days, let's summarize. We are in in 1909? Perhaps, we don't know. It's after 08 because there was a massacre in the city in 08. Now the city seems abandoned. We've been seeing the stories from some people. The central point of the city is in the tower that we're in right now. It's some sort of institute that studies history. And they have learned about hermeneutics. Hermeneutics? I don't know how to pronounce it in English. It's about this... the provost, the leader of the institute, he is super into this idea, it's fresh for him because we're so early in that type of studying, right? Studying chronicling. And he says that no matter who the chronicler is, makes sense. Blasphemous says that according to How Long to Beat, this game takes 34 minutes to beat. Yeah, I mean there is this button right here that just gives you all the unlocks. And you can just press all the stuff. I mean, the way I'm playing it, it takes longer, right? When we're reading stuff, I like to talk about it. Stop, like I haven't read a word yet. I've just been summarizing. We're here for a particularly large painting depicting in near perfect clarity the room before it. Oh man, I want a painting like that. It's such a mindfuck, just the idea of it. If I ever become a millionaire, I will have my living room having a huge painting like this. I mean, we could make it... I'm probably gonna make it a little bit cheaper and do it somehow with a photograph, just blowing up a photograph and putting on the wall. It's a decadent thing to do. Still I need to get rich, but that won't happen, so I would need to have a full wall that would just be for a painting or a picture. I repurposed as a home, I'm guessing. Forts are a thing of the past, right? No one is building forts anymore. Not the fort now is kind of useless, for wartime. They build them for wartime, right? But for stability, building houses for stability, for them to hold, for not to break. I'm thinking like this. If everybody left where I live now, all these houses, within... I mean, they would start deteriorating fairly quickly, right? Within 200 years, it would probably be... that kind of housing would be cool. I like that. Blasphemous says a somewhat... How do you mean safely? Somewhat modern one. Isn't that the modern one, if you want to have that type of safety, isn't that like a bunker? Well, not a bunker, I suppose, but... Oh, right, you can build the walls with the barbed wire and stuff like that. That's a modern fort. That's a completely different approach to a modern fort than what I thought. Just to shut people out. Blasphemous says, in case some crazy person should wander by. If you're living out in the middle of nowhere and some crazy person should wander by, I would hope that you would invite them in and take care of them. If some crazy person is walking out, they're gonna die out there in the middle of nowhere if you don't take care of them. They've got to be lost, right? If a crazy person is out there, no? So modern fort would have cameras looking in all directions as well, right? So you would see them on the camera, so you could, yeah, you can see them. Oh, this is a crazy person. I need to take care of him. Well, either invite them in and take care of them that way. If they're dangerous, maybe not. Then maybe call someone if they seem dangerous. But out in the middle of nowhere? Oof, probably not. Right, let's examine the mirror painting. I think we did this before, I don't remember, but let's do it aside again. Push it aside. Oh, we've looked behind another mirror before. Blasphemous says we have tweakers buying up cheap land to live in the middle of nowhere. Tweakers, those are drug addicts of a certain variety, right? Doing some kind of drugs, or is it like just, is it a specific drug, or is it just taking any drugs that they can get their hands on? Is that the communication left, kinda? Is that a tweaker? I've talked to a couple of people where it was like, oh shit, I can sing words. I understand the words individually, but I have no idea what the point is of the words. Oh, not like that. Oh, they're always looking for something to steal. Ooh, yeah, that's a rough fucking situation to be in, man. I've actually been wondering about that. Since I'm very, I want to legalize and taxonize the taxes on all the drugs, right? Instead of giving all the money to the mafia and whatever, the traffickers and stuff like that. Let's funnel like to the government instead. I suppose Sweden does a better job of helping them. I suppose. I don't live in a big city, right? I think tweakers are probably either a middle of nowhere thing or a big city thing. It's not very common here. I think we have like safety nets. Pretty good. I actually, like when I burnt out, ran into the wall, got depressed and suicidal and all that. I was like, as you are when you're depressed, you're very narcissistic. I remember being super bitter about that. Like, oh, maybe I should start doing heroin because then society will take better care of me. Bitterness. But yeah, it maybe does better than, I mean, we're a bit more on the public health care focus than I guess you are in America. But I was thinking, I wonder if we legalize all the drugs, right? Funnel some money to the government to take care of them or whatever. Also building out systems, like we have the government have in Sweden really regulated, but everything is free for everyone. Well, not free. I mean, free as in freedom, not free as in free beer. But just that every time they go to this pharmacy, they have to listen to like a 1-minute warning from the pharmacist where they say, you know that this is the consequences, just the most important stuff, something like that, before they get it. So they are informed of what they are buying, what the worst consequences are of what they're buying. And also ingrain it in the capitalist system, right? Because I'm pretty sure that most of the prices would go way down, even with the taxes, right? It could go way down. And I wonder if it's possible for someone to be like a tweaker and be integrated in the society as a tweaker, like being put somewhere useful, being able to be part of society instead of like we do now, just kicking them out and getting rid of them out into the middle of nowhere or out on the street. Node Runner says they put warning on cigarette packages. I didn't think they were called packages, but of course they are. Somehow in my mind they were called packets. I don't know why. People still smoke. Yeah, that's... I mean... Yeah. The warning is just for them to be informed. Same with the warnings on the cigarette packages. It's for the warning. Just to make people informed of the possible consequences of what they're doing, right? The warning is a public service, right? And of course people will still take heroin and meth and all these drugs, right? People will always. I'm just thinking of ways to integrate them in society instead of like trying to kick them out. And also I like free as in freedom, right? I remember when I was interested in psychedelics, I was reading the law text. And we have these mushrooms that grow in Sweden. They grow everywhere, right? But then their specific species, like they always are. And I remember reading the argumentation, because they were illegal to pick up and eat. Well, they are, I suppose. And I was thinking, because I was curious, what are the health hazards and what are the hazards with it? And it basically boiled down to one single argument. And that was, it affects your consciousness. That was the argument. That is why it was illegal. Holy shit, I was pissed off. What the fuck are you doing? Who wrote this? Why are they allowed to write this? Why did no one stop them? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? It's sad. It's sad. Blasphemous says, well, I remember, I saw a meme once. It was of a bus stop in Sweden where everyone was social distancing before that became the trend. Yeah, that's... Skywalker. Where? Yeah, he's not feeling very well. He's been a bit off for a couple of days, the cat. He had another nightmare now. I think he had one yesterday as well. Blasphemous says, is that how things are there in Sweden? Social distancing? I mean, yes and no. And it depends on where you are. Like we take... Most people make an effort to try to keep the personal space even between people, right? So if you go on a train, we have seats that are all facing forwards in the train, and then there are seats where there's in front of a table. Usually, where there's just two seats, if you go alone, you usually take the two seats. And if you go together with someone, you take the table, so they get two seats each. And when it fills up, you fill up. So everybody has their own little row, or whatever you call it. Every person gets that. And then usually, I mean, it's not always like this, but this is the trend, right? And then if we fill up longer than that, the people who are sitting at the tables are the ones that are most open to not being closer to other people, right? So that are the seats that you take next if you need to fill up. And then you take the when there's only two seats. And we also have different wagons, right? We have a specific wagon that is called the silent wagon in the train, for where that rule sticks even longer, right? So you get to be alone even longer. There can be, I've seen where there has been like 3 seats, and I've done the same as well, where I've rather been standing for like a, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes journey, or just sit on the floor rather than go in and take that seat from someone. So, but I mean, it's a meme as well, right? It's a bit extreme. A bit extreme. Yeah. But all the drugs, I would see them, like, people will take them, people will smoke the cigarettes, people will drink the beer, people will do the meth. Well, maybe not even. I don't know about those drugs and the quality of the thing, but as far as I understand, isn't amphetamine the high quality stuff? And maybe amphetamine would be more common, and maybe amphetamine is healthier and it's for a better rush or whatever, and in the capitalism's system maybe it would be cheaper and all that. I don't know. I'm guessing that it would have positive consequences and negative consequences, of course. I'm just thinking if that is a path, because I don't like that, throwing out tweakers. And I would want them to be in a situation where they wouldn't be stealing. Right? Nodrunner says all the drugs are now decriminalized in my state of Oregon. Oh, very nice. Has crime increased? Well, there has to have been a significant decrease, right? Since all that activity is no longer considered crimes. So there would have to be, right? There has to be less crime. Blasphemous says, or has it evened out since they are no longer criminalizing the addicts? Thefts having increased. I could imagine theft increasing. That's why, like, decriminalization is like, it's a band-aid. It's not enough. Should integrate the use. Like, there is this famous quote from your country where some dude, Kennedy I think it was, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. And I'm the completely way around. Country, the society, the organization of people should work for the individual. That's the whole point of organizing, right? To make life better for the individuals within the society. Isn't it the whole point? Nodrunner says, I don't know the effects. It takes time. Yeah. And I think it's well, I mean, I guess you could just statistically just check, right? You don't have to increase, so like by the letter of the word criminal offenses, there has been less. I mean, that seems like a no-brainer. Some more changes. But long-term effects, that's difficult to see. Alright. Let's read a little bit more, I suppose. Though almost uncanny to stand before at some distance, the painting's illusion of reflections broke down under close examination. This revealed another detail. The ash and soot below the painting had been disturbed, as if someone had swept this detritus aside. Detritus? Push aside. The painting held as if bolted to the wall by some mechanism. Examine the fireplace. Using the fire iron to disturb the ashes. I investigated the debris. The fire had been fueled last with the remains of books and furniture, an act of violence or necessity. This examination also turned up another queer detail on the roof of the hearth. Judging by the disruption in the what is with these authors and using all the words that I have difficulties pronouncing? Ubiquitous? No. Fuck. Ubiquitous. Is that it? Close enough for rock and roll. Coat of soot. A short bolt-like metal bar had seemingly been retracted horizontally into the wall. Let's pull it. The bolt slid out of the wall with a metallic thud. I like that word. Thud. Examine the mirror painting. Push aside. The painting gave way with ease, revealing a small passage leading up. Ooh, I don't think I'm ready with this room yet. Just make a double check. And we can climb the stairs to the mezzanine. Oh, that is where we came from, yes. Hidden passage. Here we go. Circling upwards in a tight spiral to meet the loft. The surfaces of the passage were still decorated to a moderate degree with wooden paneling despite its necessarily obscure nature. Right. All right. Continue to the loft. The arched beams of the dome met at the pinnacle in a circle of glass, open to the warm light of evening. Under this, an unlit chandelier sent the little light that creeped through into shards of light across the loft, giving the room a fractured, broken quality. A tight iron staircase spiraled up from the center of the loft to meet at the apex, deftly avoiding the chandelier by virtue of that fixture's inverted, inward-facing form. Right. Below the staircase was a circular landing of unusual material. Solid plate steel with a curious segmentation, seeming to suggest its motility as part of a greater mechanism. Possible motion. That's gotta mean motility, right? Motility. That's gotta be it, right? Capable of movement, yeah. Capability of movement, exactly. Send the staircase to the pinnacle. Nose is itching. Alright, we're at the pinnacle in the provost's residence at the top of the tower. The top of the great tower, the highest point in the city, and by any measure a rival to many in Europe, was a delicate spire of glass with a steel skeleton exposed to the dusk air. At the center of the structure was a large phonograph. Nice. We're gonna listen to the thing. On an iron pedestal affixed to the staircase. The staircase and the phonograph together had such a synchronicity in design and form as to feel as one device. Examine the phonograph. A phonograph of unusual size, large with ornamented legs joining it to the staircase. The amplifying horn faced out towards the city through an opening in the pinnacle structure. And in a city as silent as this voice should carry far. Alright. Node Runner says, I know I spoke about how I used... Oh, fuck yeah! Y2CC. Fuck, I forgot that name. I've been meaning to ask you for like many days in a row. I've just forgotten. But what was the name of that thing again? Because I really want that on my... Since I'm not gonna have any web browser, right? I really want to use that. Y2CC is what it's called. Thanks for bringing it up. Been meaning to ask you. Alright, for checking my YouTube subscriptions and about how I use MPV to watch Twitch. Yeah, but I don't think I actually spoke in detail about what I actually use to watch Twitch. There's a command line tool called Streamlink, which is simply... I thought you could just do it with MPV and then the URL, right? I hadn't tried, but I would have assumed you can do that with YouTube, I know. Just MPV and then the YouTube address. But he says that there is a command line tool called Streamlink, which is simply used like Streamlink and then Streamlink and then the ad URL and best and quality Streamlink. That doesn't allow you to check your follows or chat, however. You can use an application called Streamlink Twitch graphical user interface. I want to do it the Unix way. So Streamlink. Let's... While I'm writing stuff down. That's the wrong note though. Here we go. White YouTube CC. It was a Python script if I remember correctly. And then we have one called Streamlink. Nice. That doesn't allow you to check your follow. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I have the chat on WeChat, which makes me happy. You can use an application called Streamlink Twitch GUI. Oh, I don't care about GUI. My GUI is pretty much on the other computer. It's pretty much just gonna be... I have the B menu, which is the Wayland D menu copy, right? And I have the simple terminal. I think those are my things that I'm gonna open. Well, MPV is, of course, it opens a window and all that. But yeah, sounds like fun. Node Runner says, which allows you to check follows, browse streams. Wait. Oh, the GUI allows you to check follows, browse streams, and start the stream with a chat window. Nice. Streamlink. Oh, Blasphemous is using Streamlink as well. Very nice. Are you sure it wasn't IUTT? What is that? IUTT. Kappa, that's funny. Colgate in on tap says. I don't even know what that is. But the joke just... IUTT. Inter-universal Heckmüller theory. Yeah, this is math, so that has got to be Colgate in on tap was talking about. Right, Node Runner said, I believe when you use MPV plus YouTube URL, it actually uses YouTube download for you. Yes, it does indeed. It puts it in a cache place. So I think it like downloads, but it streams it, right? So somehow, I think I haven't looked into it well enough yet. I'm not that far. Hopefully, I'm gonna be watching YouTube on my other computer by tonight. There's tonight for me is usually a new episode of Critical Role, and I follow that quite religiously at the moment. Religiously? Watch it every Monday when they show up on YouTube. No, Darren says, I haven't tested it, but if YouTube DL isn't installed, it wouldn't work. Yeah, it's a dependency. Blasphemous says, you can also use RSS feeds for YouTube subscriptions. That's what I was thinking about doing. I want to try the YTCC also. Because part of me wanted to... I'm using links at the moment, right, on the other computer for convenience, but part of me wanted to just do all of it with CURL or curl. I think I like curl. It's, you know, not having a web browser really, just curling a lot of stuff, weird stuff. But I'm not going that extreme, but it's fun, you know. Doing all the stuff in the command line. Blasphemous says, I have a script I use with Newsboat to create a list of YouTube videos that I would like to download to watch later. Perfect. Colgate, you don't have links. This very thing I have right there. It's right over there. In the chat. Blasphemous says, in place of YouTube subscriptions. Yes. Yeah, I mean, you create your own subscriptions, right? Blasphemous says, best to use the Invidious RSS channel links instead of YouTube. Invidious. What's that? Oh, fuck. What did I do? Invidious RSS. It's an RSS feed specifically for privacy. Nice. I mean, I care a little bit about privacy, but not enough. So I'm a little bit, like, ethically and politically I care more about it than I do personally. I don't hide my stuff very well indeed. Yep, and there's the link. Oh. Nice. There we go. Man, this dude is such a meme. There's one video where he just brings out all his guns. And it's so funny, man. It's so funny. Oh, man. Inter-universal Teichmüller theory. IUT is the name given by a mathematician. Oh, he wasn't even named Miller. That's weird. I'm not even gonna try. To a theory he developed in the 2000s following his early work in arithmetic geometry, alright. According to him, it is an arithmetic version of Teichmüller theory. For right. For numbered fields equipped with an elliptic curve, the theory was made public in a series of 4 preprints posted in 2012 on its website. The most striking claimed application of the theory is to provide a proof for various outstanding conjectures in number theory. I'm guessing this is a meme, particularly the ABC conjecture. Him and a few other mathematicians claim that the theory indeed yields such proof, but this has so far not been accepted in the mathematical community. A lot of memes. Alright, and I sit in this. This voice should carry far. Right. The needle was locked, making the phonograph inoperable. The device bearing the numerals 12? Wonder what that means. Alright. Let's press this button, see if we can hear some sound. Colgate in on tab says, and the dude, Mochisuke Suki, is the only one who have understood it so far. It's pretty hard math. Wait, he's the only one who understands it? Blasphemous says, we're trying to see how long we can make you drag out this game by interrupting. I mean, it's... The whole point of this segment is, even more than the gameplay thing, is talking about stuff. I like talking about stuff. That is... Then I like doing it. I like talking. There is no interruptions. Not to me, anyway. Let's place the record, see what happens. Alright. I can probably continue playing our music then, since nothing happened. I'm guessing we need this. Have we seen a clock that has been stuck at 12? I'm guessing that it's something by the pendulum. But there's a key as well. Fuck. So we need to leave and find. We're missing two other things. Oof. A phonograph of unusual size, large and with ornamented legs joining it to the staircase. The amplified horn faced... Oh, right. This is what we saw, right? Wait. Oh, we just placed it. Nothing changed. We just placed it and then we leave. Alright, so... Part of me just want to finish the game. Since I have no fucking idea where these things are. We've been everywhere. So it will be brute forcing. I can't xdo tool that. Then I would have to write... Click at random locations, back and forth up here. Just clicking at random locations until something shows up. And still, even if I do that, I would miss the texts. I would miss when we got the things. Well, I could pay attention to it, I suppose. Just like we did with the cracking the safe. Or I can just press this button. Could just press this button. If I press this button, we can just look at the ending, because the ending is right here. This is where the ending takes place. I haven't decided on what to start reading tomorrow, though. Yeah, we could do that. We can end this and then spend some time finding something else to read. Colgate in on tap says, if Kyoto University goes ahead and accepts IUTT, we would enter silly area where ABC conjecture is theorem in Kyoto and conjecture in the rest of the world. Until some nerd managed to wrap their head around IUTT. Yeah, like he can... It could be super clever, right? But, I mean, that's not really a silly area, is it? Colgate in on tap? Doesn't that happen all the time? And that's how paradigms shifts happen. over time. Slowly. But surely. Blasphemous is brute force, Kappa. Oh, we did. I don't know if you were here for that, but we had 2 safes where I couldn't figure out the codes. We brute forced both the safes open. So we got, I think we got this and this, which was needed to get up here and place one of the keys. I think maybe this as well we got from just brute forcing our way into safes. It was so enjoyable. Safe cracking. I mean, it was not real safe cracking, but it was, yeah, with the XDo tool and all that. Super fun. Ah, let's fucking cheat. Let's cheat. Let's cheat. I want to cheat. I want to see the end. Enter free roam mode. This will unlock all doors and allow you to access the ending and epilogue. Recommended if you are hopelessly stuck, yeah. However, you may miss passages and locations vital to understanding the story. Which we can live with. The story has been all back and forth and in a jumble anyway. I think I have a fair grasp of the story. So let's do it. Oh, Colgate on tap says the mathematical community has been pretty homogeneous since the interwebs. I mean, different parts of maths. There has to be like fringe math in many different places, no? I mean, all of math is kind of big. Boom. Free roam. Use the hour key to unlock. Yeah, it was an hour key. It was a clock. Probably somewhere. I don't remember. So, let's unlock. See if we can hear something. And the needle key. Maybe they were in his, I don't know. Any music? Oh, activate phonograph. Yes, let's do it. The arched beams of the dome met at the pinnacle in a circle of glass, open to the warm... Actually, I can start the music again, since there is no music in the game. Or wait. Fuck, there it is. When we click this, there will be sound, I guess. No? Alrighty then. Colgate on tap continues. There is fringe math, but nowadays it's pretty easy to find that fringe math. Of course it could be that nerds do some math with different terminology without knowing about each other. Yeah, but I'm thinking maybe some of that fringe math, maybe that'll someday be integrated. Right? Because that is what this Mochizuki math is, right? The IUTT. It's fringe math until people understand it. Then it's either integrated or not. That's how ideas work. Blasphemous. Did you like the movie Pi? I'm thinking of the thing with the tiger in the boat, but I'm guessing that's not the movie that we're talking about. So I don't know if I've seen it. Bit of math. I have not seen it. Paranoid mathematician searches for a key number that will unlock the universal patterns found in nature. It seems similar to what is it called? The Number 13 or something? Jim Carrey movie, maybe? I don't know. I've not seen it. Is it any good? Do you recommend it? Should I see it? Where were we? Opening the warm light of evening. Under this, an unlit chandelier sent a light that creeped through into the shards of light across the loft, giving it... Oh, broken quality. Read that. Here we go. The phonograph filled the loft with sound, to then be drowned out in turn by raw metallic screeching as the segmented metal flooring retracted to reveal a further flight of stairs. Continuing interrupted from the main spiral, these continued down into a sizable vault. Let's enter the vault. Wait, is this not the end? Blasphemuses, it is good. Actually, I'll put that down as well then, so I don't forget. These are things that I forget. I'm not gonna watch any movies today or tomorrow probably, or the day after that, but it's always good to have a list. Sometimes you end up with, oh, I want to watch a movie. And it's good to watch a movie, I suppose. The structure of the vault was close in kind to the design in use in the bank. The structure of the vault was close in kind to the design used in banking. A large circular door and walls of plate steel. But sealed inside wasn't silver or gold. Row upon row of books. Very nice. But wait, what's happening? So this was not the ending? I was so sure. I mean, that was the last thing we... I'm guessing something happens when we leave the tower, I suppose. So we descend the tower. We return to the hidden passage. We return to the lounge. And we go back through the mezzanine. What was in the archives? I don't quite remember. Oh, it was the memory with the memories. Is there anything else? That's the mirror kind of thing, and that is where we find the key, so no. Turn to the mezzanine. Well, actually, let's just double check the study. Examine the fragment. Oh, we did that already. Yeah, we did all this already. So we turn to the mezzanine. We to the parlor? No. Wait, where am I going? Ah, there we go. We're descending the stairs. Continue to descend the stairs. Like we didn't do anything in the... I feel like I'm doing... Something should have happened in there, right? There were a lot of books in there, and then we just leave. Is that it? Here we go. Maybe? Breathtaking, isn't it? Says Salandre, gesturing over the vista. Here is the city as I saw it. Empty, painted in rust and gold, below tormented skies, writhing in a cruel fire, she continues, a tone somewhat between opera and pantomime. Symbolic, a brief expression of sadness. Then she continues, or perhaps the romanticist in me cannot stomach to tell this tale without an image such as this. I gave my life to this place, she says with a sigh, and now I offer it to you, my tale as seen through my eyes. But your judgment must be yours alone. I shall play the part of the Cicerone. I don't know what that is. After my fashion, but not in a manner you expect, for I will be beside you only in memory. This should suffice to guide you through this tale to its end, and my absence will grant you clear eyes to draw of this the conclusions you will. Find me then, the orchards. Alright, so let's go to the orchards. Where was that again? Go down to the river. You go down to the promenade. Like, was it Verona Square or was it through the intersection? I think it was the Verona Square to where I'm going. The Iron Gardens. Or maybe that was just the end. That could have been just the end, right? Yeah. That was probably just the end. That was the story. I mean, it was fine. I enjoyed it. It was like, it didn't overstay its welcome like Everlasting Summer did in its places. It was a bit too much. Just explaining what everything looked like. It didn't interest me very much in that sense. And it feels like I've missed something by cheating, but like I feel like we have a great picture. They were studying history. Something happened, and that is what I missed, right? The trigger thing. We missed that bit. With trigger, we missed why the massacre happened. But there was some kind of conflict between the occupying force and the provost. And he did save a lot of books, even though they did start burning books. I don't know. Blasphemous. Lacombe White Canadian Bacon Building. What is that? Are you just... Well, get in on tab says, I recommend Monster to your watch list. Alright, I think we're done with this game. Monster, you say? Is that some book? I remember. Did we talk about that before? Is it here somewhere? Monster. No, maybe. I did look up Lacombe, yes. It is an anime. Huh. Oh, right. Didn't I write that down already? Did I forget to write that down? No, I was all into the other anime that I put on my wish list here. That's a game. You can add it. Anime. Maybe I'll get to that in a year or two when I start catching up on all those stuff to do. All right, so let's burn in memory. There's no point in recommending it to others because when you press the store page, there's nothing here. But I can just press yes. It had some nice writing. I'm not in the mood to write anything more than this. So that is just fine. I mean, no one is going to read this. Yeah, right. There was a problem. That's what I thought. I can't even, I mean, I can leave, there is to burn in memory. There is like another version of it in the store, I know. Wait. Hello? But let's screw that. I'm just happy. All right, I don't have any. I think both of these are reading experiences. Eternal Xenia and To the Moon. We have two things here. Or if we want to read a book. As I've considered about that as well, right? I want to read War and Peace. I have not read it, for example. But this seems like a visual novel, right? Overwhelmingly positive. No, that's an action RPG. No thoughts and right. Oh, it is a game. That is a game. Blasphemous says that it needs more Proton reviews. All right, if you say so. I was thinking that it didn't. I mean, I didn't play the anniversary edition. It's two different editions, right? But I'm assuming. Sure. Team play report. Yes. 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 How long did I spend in there? Over 10 hours. Yes. No. No. What's this issue? But that's not window full screen. So no. No, wait, yes. Yeah. No window mode option. No. 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 Yes. Other. I tried to. Let's see. To copy. It erased my progress. Don't press C. Oh, prick. Don't press C. There we go. No. Would a typical gamer have an enjoyable experience running this game on Linux with Proton? Yes. Yes. I did play the older version though, not the anniversary one. Submit. Submit. Oh, forgot to turn that on. Alright, we have left our report. Thanks for pushing me towards that, Blasphemous. Would have been lazy and just skipped it. It was... I feel better now. Good looking out. Yeah, Steins Gate, yeah. But Steins Gate is purchase, right? So let's install to burn in memory. We're happy with that. But I'm pretty sure that this To the Moon is a reading deal. Check this out. A story-driven experience about two doctors traversing backwards through a dying man's memories. Yeah. This has got to be a reading experience, right? A lot of good reviews. Really got my tears hitting the ground. Nice. Some more tear jerking. So yeah, that's probably next. I was also considering wonder if this script still works. Nothing happens. No. Yeah, that script is way old. We also had... No. Is The Witcher voice acted? That's not a reading experience, still it's... Oh, right. But no, I want to have like specifically just reading. Maybe a little bit of gameplay like the one we did now. A little bit of puzzling is fine. I think this is probably too much puzzling for it to count Night in the Woods. I don't think I have any other reading after To the Moon though. I don't think there's any here. Yeah, I was thinking about this. But I'm thinking that this perhaps might just be the only thing we do for a while. Pillars of Eternity. Maybe this is voice acted though. Maybe what's this? Where the water tastes like wine? Colgate In on Tap says, if you like puzzles, I'd recommend Swell. I want to keep that up. Swell? Well, I'm guessing it's a game. Guessing that's not it. That's not it. This? Swell.abc.fi. Is it in English? Level 0 of Swell is here. Oh, is this like a MOTAS thing? Mystery of Space and Time? Yes. It is a MOTAS thing. Whoa. Back off. Wait, no? Plug in. Always check the source code. There's often something of interest. Oh. No, it's not like MOTAS. Yep, sorcery? I've heard that name before. Sorcery. Part 3, Part 1 and 2. An epic adventure in the land of monsters, traps and magic. Journey across the deadly Shamaruti. An epic adventure, eh? A world of traps and magic. Journey begins. Oh, it is a visual novel then? One part fantasy novel and one part game. Sorcery. It's a rich, personalized adventure that shouldn't be missed. Alright, we can add that to the wish list. But still I have, right, I have this here. Where is it? I mean, I'm guessing there are stuff in here that are way... Can we just bookshelves? That are super interesting and probably missed, right? Kind of want to get into starting with books as well. I'm pretty sure. And pieces in here. Yeah. 11,000 downloads. I haven't even tried this. Oh, I can do it with any other way. Plain text UTF-8. Oh, I love this web page. Right, this is a book that I heard a lot of good things about. There's also a lot of more stuff. Blasphemous says, I think Fantastical may still have that in a bundle for cheap. Sorcery? Fantastic. Fanatical, even. Not fantastical. Fanatical. Well, I've already decided I wasn't gonna spend any money, but still, I bought a game today, so no more buying games for at least a month or two. I have a long backlog to play through, right? And also this. I think that this can be fun. How long does it take to read a book out loud? Will this take longer or shorter than Everlasting Summer? Probably shorter, right? Everlasting Summer was super fucking long. This has gotta be shorter. Oh? There's many books. What is going on? Yeah, what's with this? I mean, it's super fucking long. Okay, tabs. It's pretty long if you do it on stream. Yeah, that's the point, right? That's the whole point, to do it on stream. But since we already have this, To the Moon, it had good reviews and it was a reading experience, so that's probably what I'm looking for. I don't even know if... Where were we at then? I think I went through all of these. Like we have a lot of games to play. I don't know if how many other things I have along this list. We have something, so I don't have to look for anything in there right now. Colgate in on tap. How long did Everlasting Summer take? I mean, that's gotta be more than 30 hours. Yeah. Infinifactory? I think I have in... No? Don't I, though? I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah. I think I bought it from GOG then. Oh, wait. Right, I almost forgot I got all these games as well. No? Ah, yeah, there it is. I'm fucking blind. There it is. Have I imported my Steam library? I have, it's not the full one. There's a lot of them. Alright, but I have a plan for tomorrow. Tomorrow... Oh, we have games that doesn't show up here either. Tomorrow we are... Oh, we're not playing this. We are... This is how we close that. We close you down. Close this down first. Tomorrow we... I've already checked it out. Tome. There we go. I started it up and it works. So we start playing Tome for a day at least. Maybe 2, maybe even 3 days if I really enjoy it. And then probably we finish off the dwarfs like this. But thanks for hanging out today. Interesting discussions as usual. Happily we finished off one game. Starting 2 new things tomorrow. Very nice indeed. And cheers.